I just saw a moment in sports that's going to make me cry. Lee Corso, the legendary Lee Corso, made his final headgear pick. And of course, he picked the team that started this whole headgear thing. He picked Ohio State to win. And I got to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Ohio State does win. Even though my official pick on Snowman in the Morning was Texas, this is going to be a Donnybrook all the way to the end. Good morning, everybody. Or good afternoon, I should say, as we have now crossed into high noon. It's Texas, it's Ohio State, it's number one versus number three. And I said during the show that I would not be surprised if this is not only the first of two, but maybe three. It's hard to see. It's hard in college football with all its parity to see an opponent three times. But that just may be the case with this one. You have two of the most powerful teams in the country, in the Texas Longhorns and the defending national champion Ohio State Buckeyes. Let me say it correctly, the Ohio State University. What do you say, chat? Do you hook 'em horns or do you say go Bucks? Which way do you lean? And it's time for yours truly to bring you the play-by-play story of this top three matchup. Later tonight, we'll have Hawaii and Arizona from Arizona Stadium. LSU and Clemson will be handled by some friends of mine. Tomorrow night, we'll have an Indiana Fever game as they'll take on Golden State. That will be the primary game. In the background will be Notre Dame and Miami. And of course, Labor Day night, we finish off our college football extended weekend with North Carolina and TCU, the debut of Bill Belichick, aka thank you playmaker Chapel Bill. The question today, what will Arch Manning do? He is 2-0 as a starter. He makes his third start today, and what a time to start it. He starts against Ohio State. Meanwhile, for the defending champions, what do they do to replace Will the Thrill Howard? Well, they have Julian Super Saiyan as their quarterback this afternoon. He will get the call. Saiyan, 6'1", 208 pounds, a sophomore out of Carlsbad, California, formerly at Alabama. So let's see what he will do with this spread offense. And of course, Shane's talking about it now. Corso made the pick that started this headgear phenomenon, and it's been a phenomenon. What was your favorite headgear moment? Not only for me, there's a few of them. Not only where it all started with Ohio State when he did it in 1996. I'm talking with my producer now. Talking with my producer Shane Lake now, our coordinating producer, of course, the lovely Dr. K. She helps coordinate things and keeps me in line by constantly telling me I'm wrong. Which in this case I wasn't, because I knew Lee Corso would don the Ohio State headgear. That was the one that got him started. And it came off of a pure unadult. It just came off of an idea. It just came off of an idea. Well, they're getting ready to finish up. Gonna wait for Shane Lake to jump in the truck here with me in just a moment. Whom do you guys say is going to do the darn thing? Be you Buckeyes or be you Longhorns? We're a couple minutes away from kickoff, and it's going to be a good one. And I believe my producer just popped here in the truck. How are you, sir?
Yeah, it's a good thing I left everything running, considering I just now got the message.
Why is your son growing up on us?
Because that's normal.
I know. I know. You shot me that picture, and I'm just looking like he's getting too big.
You tell me.
All right, man. You ready for this one?
Let's do this thing. Lee Corso got the game kicked off right. Let's do this.
Yeah. Julian Sand making his first career start today for Ohio State. Arch Manning making his third career start, but a big one here. I won't be surprised whichever way this game goes, but I also wouldn't be surprised, as we talked about on Thursday, that if this is not the first of multiple matchups with these two teams.
I smell at least 2 or 3 matchups with these two
I
teams
smell it.
easily.
I see at least 2.
Oh yeah.
I see at least 2. Wouldn't be surprised if it's 3.
No, I wouldn't be surprised to
No,
see 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's 3, if they see each other 3 times. But given the way the college football playoff is structured, it's going to be tough for that. It's going to be tough for that to happen. It's a top 3 matchup in week 1 for the second time in the poll era. The last time came in 2017. Alabama defeated Florida State. That, of course, was down in Orlando. All right, man. Give me a final score for this game. What do you say?
27-24 overtime, Ohio State.
Yeah, I think it's going to take an extra period. Ohio State favored by 1.5 in this game. 46.5 is the over under. What do you guys think? Let's start getting the word out about this game to a lot of people. We hope that you guys enjoy our broadcast this afternoon. I'm going to hand LSU Clemson off to some friends of mine, and I think Dietz is going to be one of them. And then I'll be back for the late night game tonight with Hawaii and Arizona. And then tomorrow, I got a hot picnic date with a very special beauty. And after we come back home, I'll have the Fever and the Valkyries. In the background will be Notre Dame and Miami. I nearly said Notre Dame and Clemson. What the hell is wrong with me?
Man, we've been hyping that game up for a good couple of weeks. Catholics versus convicts renewed.
Catholic versus convicts. You know why I thought Clemson? Because Clemson's one of the games I have today.
Well, yeah, but that's just the battle of the Tigers. We all know who's going to win that.
True.
The Tigers.
True.
Yeah,
which Tigers is going to be the question. Are they going to wear purple or are they going to wear orange?
And
which is crazy because purple is a common denominator with both teams.
Yeah. Speaking of purple, checking in on the Twitch side, I see our friend Tia He, one of Jen's friends, checking in. What up, Tia?
Hey. I got a friend that's doing the same game. I'm going to drop him some love and see if he can help us out with a raid this afternoon.
Nice.
Because we want to help some people out.
And I'm trying to find a stream of the Ohio State game, and I can't find one.
foxsports.com/live. There you go.
Okay.
As they're getting ready to kick off here in a moment, they're wrapping up the big noon kickoff.
Yeah. The ironic thing is, I've also got the truck race up in my ear right now.
Of course.
Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't you? That's like me working on an editing project without having Jim Durham in my ear.
Right. Hey, Tia, where you chatting from? I mean, Boss Man wants to give you the proper love. Where you chatting from?
Yeah, where you chatting from, Tia? Well, we still got another 4 minutes before kickoff, and Ryan Day is going to sprint out on the field and bring the Buckeyes with him with 102,000 yelling themselves weak as the champs take the field.
It's going to be more like 105, 106,000 the way that house is packed.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason it's going to take them so long is the fact that, I don't know, they're getting ESPN stuff off the field.
Oh yeah. They're gonna be a bit. They're gonna be a bit.
That's minor. I mean, ESPN.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get us some gear for the air with our logos on it, man.
Yo, I'm all
Because I'm
about
seeing
that.
I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers do it.
I mean, I even got an SRM shirt I wear from time to time, dude. So we got to get stuff for us.
Uneducated Sports Talk just gave us a big shout out. And now Texas
Nice.
is taking.
T is checking in from South Kakalaki.
Oh, South Carolina. Sweet. All right. Part of my home. I used to live in North Carolina. Lived there a couple of years. Texas will go with the road uniforms, white tops, white bottoms, burnt orange numbers, and lettering. And Ohio State goes scarlet tops, gray bottoms, scarlet helmets with, of course, the Buckeye sticker all on the back of it. Gus Johnson calling it for Fox Sports. For the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way will be the lead voice. And for the champs, it's Paul Keels, the lead voice for them. I gotta tell you, Gus Johnson looks good, man. The more games he does.
This man does not age at all.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
I've been hearing Gus in my ears, man, for like 20 years. And nothing changes with this man.
Nothing should change.
He's of the same cloth like Stuart Scott.
And nothing should change with this man. I'm currently a University of Cincy fan from Ohio, moved to South Carolina. Feel so out of place. Tia, I'm from Chicago, and I lived in North Carolina twice. I understand, but you get adapted very quickly. Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt, as I mentioned, will have the call for Fox Sports. Arch Manning, the preseason favorite to win the Heisman Trophy, but we got a long way to go before we decide that.
Yeah, no, there's a lot that can change, but
we
frankly,
got a long way to go and a short time to get there because college football season is going to fly through.
All right, it is.
All right, let's give you Ohio State's lineups as they do let's do the coin toss first. Manning, of course, one of the captains. I'm anxious to see both of these kids, Julian Sayin and Arch Manning, do their thing. And now Manning doesn't have to. It's all about Arch Manning now because he doesn't have the scepter of Quinn Ewers with him. But the man you're going to have to watch for Ohio State, it's not saying on offense, it's Jeremiah Smith, the freshman turned sophomore who had 1,315 receiving yards last year.
Yeah. And also on defense, Caleb Dobbs is going to be huge for Ohio. So
Caleb Dobbs is a hitter.
If Arch can figure out a way to keep him from doing what he does, Texas may have a huge shot in this game, but that's saying something.
I think it's going to be a 30-point game. And I also think it's going to take a couple of extra periods to decide it.
I would not be surprised if opening day goes a couple extra, to be honest.
I mean, why not?
And
you know what I say? Throw the rankings out the window. Throw the records. Of course, this is the first game for both teams, but still throw the records out the window. Let's have both these teams score 50 points and have a crazy 2-point conversion decided. Why not?
That wouldn't surprise me. Of course, they were talking to Ohio State's head coach, who's 16-1, and his only loss on opening day against ranked was against Oregon in 2021.
And Steve Sarkisian, the only coach in Division 1A to make the playoff each of the last 2 seasons. How about that? 70 degrees is your temperature. 6 miles an hour is the wind. Nice and sunny in Ohio's capital city. And 102,577 are up and roaring early.
Yep. And how about the Buckeyes deferred? Texas will get the ball first. And this is what you call a Chamber of Commerce Day in Ohio country. And this place is getting raucous.
It is getting raucous. Ohio State will kick off moving right to left as we see it. And as you folks are listening along at home with us, and to put the ball in motion is Jalen Fiedling. Jalen Fiedling, the senior, 6'2", 175 out of, oddly enough, League City, Texas. So how's that for it being fitting? On your mark, get set, and go! We're off and going from Columbus. That ball will go into the end zone. It'll come out to the 5, to the 10, straight ahead 15, out to the outside to the 20, to the 25, and banged down by Fiedling at the 30-yard line. Texas ball first in the road white uniforms. Arch Manning making his third career start. Quintravion Wisener, C.J. Baxter, your runners. DeAndre Moore, Ryan Wingo will start at wide receiver. Parker Livingstone slated to start, but is out with an injury. Jatavian Sanders is the big tight end. Across the front, the Texas Moving Company, Tyler Gooseby, Nato Umezalu, Cole Hudson, the center, DJ Campbell, the right guard, and the right tackle is Brandon Baker. 1st and 10 for Texas at their own 23-yard line. Everybody in scarlet up and running. We'll mention the number often, 102,577 in Seatown, up and roaring early.
More like 105.
Arch Manning and company will operate out of the pistol formation. Wisener, the lone setback behind Manning. And they're waiting to get the ball set. There's 14:53 remaining in the first quarter. These two are going to be in the top 3 all year. And this ain't a prediction sure to go wrong.
Sounds like there's communication issues going on or something.
Yeah. All right, we're ready to go. From the 25-yard line, 1st down and 10. For the Texas Longhorns, moving from the left hash. The turn of the handoff is it's to Manning. He'll fire, and it is short of his target.
Yeah, he underthrew that one.
DeAndre Moore, the intended receiver, 2nd down and 10. Longhorn offense, Trevor Gooseby, Connor Stroh, Cole Hudson, DJ Campbell, and Brandon Baker, your corrected Longhorn offense. Wisener is the lone setback. Moore, the intended receiver on that last play. On 2nd down and 10, the handoff to Wisener, running straight ahead. He'll get across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Pick up a 6. It leaves 3rd down and 4. And this is the money down. Kenyatta Jackson across the front, along with Kate McDonald, Edric Hudson, and Caden Curry, your defensive line. Sonny Styles and Arvell Reese, your linebackers. Your cornerbacks, Jermaine Matthews, Caleb Downs, Lorenzo Styles, Jalen McLean, and Davison Igwebuike. 3rd and 4 from the 31-yard line. Manning out of the shotgun, takes the bell high shotgun snap, looks to throw with a pump fake, and now fires up the middle, and that pass is caught short of the 1st down. It went to the big tight end, but he's short of the 1st down by a half a yard. So now an early decision on 4th and 1, and they're going to punt.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They're going to sneak it, and he's got it. Manning with a...
Well, hold the phone a minute.
Yep, they say 1st down. They're saying move the chains.
Yeah, they officially saying move them.
Official saying move the chains. So 1st down, Texas on a gamble. We're looking at the replay right now. It is Arch Manning that... Oh, yeah, he got it.
He got it from the shove. Watch number 5 come in and just shove him right through.
And it was Ryan Wingo who gave him the shove that got him the 1st down. New set of downs for Texas. Lone setback is Wisener. Tight end in motion to the right. Snap to Manning. He turns and gives to Wisener running straight ahead. And Wisener across the 40. Got room. 45 out to the 48, 49-yard line. And a 1st down for Texas, and they're on the move.
Texas is getting going early on the ground. Ohio State's been having issues the last couple of years with ground defense. This could come back to bite them today.
Let's see what happens here on this new set of downs for Texas. They're on the move. 13:05 remaining in the first quarter. No score, just getting started. The big one in Columbus. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Manning, the lone man in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right and the lone slot to the left. Manning in shotgun formation, waits. Calls for the snap, takes the belt high snap, protection good, sidearm pass over the middle, it's incomplete, but a flag is down.
And it's the first
against
penalty
Texas.
of the season. False start on the offense, number 1.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. Ryan Wingo wearing number 1 this year, now wearing number 5. So 1st and 10 now becomes 1st down and 15, 12:45 remaining in the opening quarter. Running back standing sidecar to Manning's left. Manning this time will operate under center. He turns and gives to the running back running straight ahead, and he will get a couple before he is dragged down from behind.
McDonald makes
one,
a
second
tackle.
down. Gain of 1, second down and 9.
It's 2nd and 13.
2nd and 13. I beg your pardon. Forgot about that 5-yard penalty. Doggone it.
Hey, man, it's first game of the season. He's taking the rust off.
Yeah. Pickup of 2 that time by Mosley. 2nd down and 13. 12 minutes for the opening quarter. Ball at the 46-yard line. Manning in shotgun formation. Receiver across the formation in motion. Handoff to Mosley. Running straight ahead. Mosley gets across midfield and down to the Ohio State 49. He picks up 5. It leaves 3rd down and about 8. 11:40 remaining in the opening quarter. Mosley getting some carries at running.
I think this is the feeling out process right now for Texas, seeing what the Ohio State run defense is going to be.
That's that's CJ Baxter, who's the running back that time. I was calling the wrong number 4. I'm getting the rust off here. 3rd and 8. Manning in shotgun formation. Baxter standing to the left of Manning. 6 on the play clock. Trips to the right. Slot left. Snap to Manning. Rolls to his right. Looking to throw. Being chased. Fires. It's caught, but short of the first down. Baxter out of the backfield. It's 4th down and about 2. And Manning staying on the field.
I think Texas is willing to take risks. This is big.
And this is also early. What in the world?
4th and 2. Texas looking to try to do something. 5 on the clock when the snap goes off. Baxter gets the handoff and comes up short. The front
and Ohio State will take over on downs.
The front 4 on Ohio State blocks the door.
So the door slams on Texas on their first possession. Ohio State takes over. And they're going nuts in Columbus. 10:32 remaining in the opening quarter. No score. Ohio State gets the ball when y'all get back. New to college football this year. No chains. Yeah, true. I knew something was cut off on the display. No problem. There, we got it.
Can you believe the gaffe Coach Prime had last night?
No. Well, actually, yes, I can believe it.
I mean, he had 1:07 left and 2 timeouts, and they didn't bother taking either one.
You can't carry him with you. I told
you. Why did he hold on to him?
I told you, George. Look, this has been Coach Prime's pattern. Gaffes, lots of them.
Yeah. And this is a big one. This is going to shape up their season early.
If they win 6 games, I'll be surprised. And I'm sorry, Playmaker, but you had no business picking Coach Prime to win the Big 12 anyway. To be perfectly honest, I wouldn't be surprised if the Big 12 goes through TCU.
Well, we'll find that out later on Monday when TCU travels down to North Carolina. Visits Chapel Bill, y'all.
Early score in the game. Tennessee leads Syracuse 3-0 there in the first quarter. Now let's see if Ohio State can take advantage of Texas's gaffe. But it's early in the ball game, folks. We're just getting started with the game and the season. It's early, Arch. It's early. First career start for Julian Sayin, and he will take the Buckeyes right to left as we see it and as you folks are listening along at home with us. Jeremiah Smith is the man to watch on the outside for the Bucks. They have it first down and 10 with a back standing behind Sayin. They'll operate out of the pistol. And Sayin, he gives it to his running back, and he'll get out to the 45-yard line. Pick up a 3. It'll be second down and 7. Austin Severfeld, Luke Montgomery, Carson Hinsman, Tegba Shabola, and Philip Daniels, a veteran offensive line. James Peoples will start. Carnell Tate, along with Brandon Ennis, Jeremiah Smith, and Max Clare, your tight end.
And, of course, the play caller, Brian Hartline.
Second down and 7. Carnell Tate lined up to the left. Turn and hand off to the running back running straight ahead, and he'll get across midfield into Texas territory. It'll leave third down and 1. For Texas, Ethan Burke, Murad Watson, Cole Brevard, and Colin Simmons across the front. Anthony Hill and Liana Lefau, your linebackers. 5 in the defensive secondary, Jalen Gilbo, Michael Taft, Grayson Littleton, among others. Third down and 1. $9:25 left in the opening quarter. Sayin out of the shotgun, tight end across the formation in motion. They're going to run ahead, and he is stuffed. Wow.
The ground game is not going to be it today from the way these two teams are going right now.
No, they're going to have airborne. They're going to have to go through the air. C.J. Donaldson on the carry that time, and he got stuffed right at the point of attack.
He got stood by 7.
Now it's 4th down and 1.
Ohio State's going for it.
Well,
what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Let's see what they do here. 24th down conversions last year for Ohio State. Sayin under center. Donaldson behind him. Fake to Donaldson. Sayin to throw. Looking. Firing. And didn't know. I don't think he caught that.
I don't think so either. I think it was a juggle.
If he caught it, it was out of bounds. And it was. He's ruled out of bounds. Ooh. So Texas gets a stop.
Ooh.
Okay. There goes my idea of a scoring output. Let's take a look at it. He caught it. Oh, that's a cat. No, he fumbled it. He bobbled it. He had it in his hands and dropped it. So Texas takes back over near midfield.
It hit him right square between the digits, and it just dropped. So both teams with a turnover on downs.
Didn't expect things to start that way.
Not at all.
Truly didn't expect things to start that way. Let's see if we can get some scores here. You got the ticker down below, but there are some games that have all started at noon. And as mentioned, Tennessee is leading Syracuse 3-0. They're in the first quarter there. Tulane leads Northwestern 7-0. Northwestern has the ball, and they're in Tulane territory. And a shout to my buddy Dave Bennett, who has retired after 40 years on his morning show at WGN Radio. He's still the voice of the Northwestern Wildcats, but stepping back from the daily grind of doing the sports show. Dave, all the best to you, my friend. A punt can be going for it on 4th down for no reason. Yeah, both teams did that. A punt can be a good play. Yeah, because if you think about it, you pin your opponent deep, which is what I thought both teams would do. Which is what I thought both teams would do. So no score yet between Texas and Ohio State. And you're right. You're right, Deets. You're dead on. The offenses will take time to warm up, and apparently they're going to need a half to warm up, just like Deets said Thursday. I still think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, I just think it'll take the second half for them to do it.
Yeah, when everybody goes up and down the field with no problem.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, ready to get back to business. 8:29 remaining in the first quarter. Texas ball, 1st and 10 at their own 49. And Jeremiah Smith was wide open. Jeremiah Smith was wide open. And Sayin didn't see him. So 1st and 10 from the Texas 49. Longhorns go back to Worth with a lone back behind him. The turn in the hand to him. He runs straight ahead across the 50. And he gets down to the Ohio State 48-yard line. And the ball carrier that time was Contravion Wisner. He stays in the backfield with them. 2nd down and 6 as they go tempo. Receiver out to the right. They hand it to Wisner again, and Wisner, trying to escape, did not. He gets tripped and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So it leaves 3rd down and 6. 8 minutes for the quarter. Texas and Ohio State scoreless. Manning 2 of 3 early on for 9 yards. He may throw it here. 3rd down and 6 from the Ohio State 47-yard line. Signals being made on both sides of the field. That's Baxter standing to the left of Arch Manning, who has it in shotgun formation, and a false start coming up against Texas. And Ohio State showed a blitz that time. Ohio State showed a blitz, and Texas got caught. Brandon Baker, the guilty party, on the right side. So 3rd and 6 has now become 3rd down and 11. Baxter standing to the left of Arch Manning. 3 receivers to the right and a lone slot to the left. Snap to Manning. Back to throw against pressure. Stepping up into the pocket. Sidearm pass out to Baxter. And Baxter is going to get brought down about 5 yards short of the 1st down. It's 4th down. And I think we'll see Texas is punting for the first time today.
And I just lost over here.
What happened?
I've got no stream. I've got nothing. Literally everything just got timed out on me.
Oh, gracious. Here we go with technology again. What's going on, Pizzle? 4th and 6.
Like I've got nothing, dude.
All right, go ahead and take off.
Lovely.
I hate when this happens. Fair catch made at the 9-yard line. That's where Ohio State will begin. 6:34 remaining in the opening quarter. No score between Texas and Ohio State. Now I'm going to have to make some commercial packs. I hate that. I get
it, dude. I get it.
It's a good thing I did my chores early.
Yeah, I get it.
It's a good thing I did the chores early.
Let me work on a couple things.
Tennessee
might be able to try to get back.
Score. Yeah, you go work on a couple things. Thanks, man.
All right, I'll do what I can. I'll be back.
Yes, sir. I hate when technology decides to be a royal you-know-what. The Vols have scored. They lead Syracuse now 10-0. That's going to be a blowout. That's going to be an absolute blowout. Meanwhile, my Wildcats trail Tulane 7-0. Hey, a punt. Absolutely. Peyton Lewis right up the gut. 10-0 balls. Keep the updates coming, folks. Because apparently I'm having some technical issues over here. Again. I'm good. Now my feed's being stupid. I absolutely. All right, I'm going to have to improvise. I'm going to have to improvise. I see that now. Ohio State will have the ball at their own 8-yard line when we get back to work. So I'm going to be creating some stuff and building some stuff while I'm doing all this, while I'm doing the games today. I thought I had everything ready to roll with the first pregame pulse, but the files got corrupted when I recorded them earlier. I don't know how that happened. But we're sticking with this one. 6:34 left in the opening quarter. Ohio State and Texas are scoreless. It's early on. The offenses have to feel each other out. Deets called it already. Defense is first. So it's first down and 10 from their own 8-yard line. Jeremiah Smith wide to the right. Turning hand to the running back running off to the left, and he gets nothing and likes it. Burke makes the stop for Texas. It's James Peoples on the carry for Ohio State. Gain of 1, second down and 9. Big Burke with the stop. .605 left in the first. No score in the ball game. Second down and 9. 3 receivers out to the left. Tight end. 3 receivers to the right. Tight end left. Sayin fires out to the right. Caught by Jeremiah Smith. And Smith is loose. He gets out to the 15-yard line. Gain of 6. Third down and 4. Officially 3rd and 3, 5:28 remaining in the first quarter. Just had some thoughts roll through my head, and now I figure if I'm going to have to build this audience, I'll build the darn thing. 3 receivers to the right, lone slot to the left, snap to Sayin, looking, firing, and caught. First down Buckeyes to the tight end out to the 25-yard line. Good job getting in between 3 Texas defenders. Max Clare with the reception, gain of 11, and a first down for the Buckeyes. Out to the 26-yard line, moving left. Sayin in shotgun formation, Clare in motion across the formation from right to left. Here's the fake, the throw, out to Smith, and he dropped it. Oh, man. That's a rarity. You don't see Jeremiah Smith drop those kind of passes. Second down and 10. He was getting ready to turn up field before he had the ball secured. Second and 10 coming up for the Buckeyes from their own 26-yard line. 3 receivers out to the left and a lone slot to the right. That's Jeremiah Smith. Claire in motion toward the line, turning hand to Peoples, and Peoples is going to be spun around and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 3. Lefau made the stop for Texas. 3rd down coming up for the Bucks. Officially a loss of 1, 3rd and 11. 4:09 left in the quarter. No score in the ball game. Claire lines up wide to the left. Receiver comes across the formation in motion. So you have 2 receivers, 2-by-2 formation. Snap to Sand. Blitz is on. He throws. It's dropped again. Wow. Simmons was coming fast. Jeremiah Smith dropped 2 passes on that drive. So after the initial first down of said drive, they'll punt. And here it is. He gets it away. And everybody will get away from it. It'll take an Ohio State bounce. And it will roll to a stop at the 25-yard line. And that's where Texas will take over with 3:35 left in the opening quarter. Arch Manning not doing much, but neither is Ohio State. Manning has the ball when y'all get back. Oh, man. Jeremiah Smith dropped not 1 but 2 passes on that drive. Well, Northwestern got a field goal on their drive. Stone is 4 of 7 for 49 yards. Tulane has won 27 of its last 32 games with a takeaway. And that's the game I'm looking at here on my left because I am a Northwestern fan. Oh, they're going to throw the flag for pass interference. Should have known. Should have known. Oh, I don't know why I'm tired. I got plenty of sleep. Maybe because I've been sitting here for a while. Texas will have the ball at their own 25 when they get back from a break. Mm. Mm-hmm. Quit. Tulane has the ball. Approaching 14 minutes remaining first half there. Ready to get back in Columbus. Biggest week 1 game of all time. Do you all think that? Top offensive and defensive players in college basketball on the same team. You got the preseason Heisman favorite and Arch Manning. Who made this schedule up? Receivers left and right. Baxter the lone back, and Manning back to throw. Under pressure. Over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for his tight end. 2nd and 10. Manning is now 3 for 5. The record since 2023. Look at these two records. 25-5 for Texas. 25-4 for Ohio State. And that one of those 25 wins was against Texas. That was a national semifinal game. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Two receivers out to the right and a lone slot to the left. Ball on the left hash. They hand off to Baxter. Baxter trying to slip through and nothing doing. He gets a couple at that. Atkinson the stop for Ohio State, and he's been a dog early for them. Gain of 2 for C.J. Baxter. Leaves 3rd down and 8. 3:10 remaining in the opening quarter. It's been all defense that's been making their mark. Texas trying to go with a little bit of tempo. Each team has been on the other side of the field, but they're able to do nothing with it. Manning looks to his left, now has the call, 13 on the play clock. Baxter stands to the left of Manning. 3 receivers left, lone slot to the right, snap to Manning. They pick up the blitz. Manning steps up into the pocket, trying to run. He's going to get dragged down right at the line of scrimmage and go no further. And it's 4th down for Texas. Reese makes the stop for the Buckeyes, and Texas will punt again. Good job by Reese chasing down Manning that time. And Atkinson was the first to slow him down. Burmeister will punt it away for Texas for the 2nd time. And he gets it away. It's a high end over end kick. And it'll be taken in at the 19-yard line by Jeremiah Smith. And that's where the Buckeyes will begin. 1:58 remaining in the opening quarter. 52-yard punt, no return. Fair catch by Jeremiah Smith. No score late in the first. So far, the best play in the game for both teams is the punt. It is, especially after 2 4th down gambles, one by each team, that went awry, horribly awry. So 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. Receivers have 2 receptions today and 3 drops, 2 of them by Jeremiah Smith. Downs to the right. Or Brandon Ennis to the right. The turn of the handoff to Peoples, and Peoples will get 2, maybe 3 on that play. McDonald makes the stop. LaFowl assists with him. 2nd down and 7. .133 remaining in the opening quarter. No score. 2nd and 7 from the 23. Sayin in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers out to the left. 2 tight ends in the ball game. Claire, one of the tight ends, snap to Sayin against pressure. Throws. That's caught. Jeremiah Smith has a 1st down out to the 39-yard line on a gain of 16. That's got to feel good for Jeremiah Smith, able to snatch one after dropping 2 of them on the last drive. He went right into the teeth of the defense, sat down, and Sayin was able to hit him. First and 10 for the Buckeyes, moving right to left. Donaldson this time in the backfield along with Sayin. Smith comes wide to the right, right to the left. Ennis to the right. Hand off to Donaldson running straight ahead, and he gets pummeled after about a gain of 3. LaFowl back there. LaFowl is there. And we're down to the final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Severfeld was slow to get up. Brian Hartline, the offensive coordinator for Ohio State. Down to the final 10 seconds, and will they take a snap? I don't think so. And that's the quarter. Done with one. Texas and Ohio State scoreless after one. And once again, Chris Dietz was right. I'll be back. All right. Back to business. Just to let you guys know, if I suddenly race up out of here for a few minutes and suddenly I go to a break, it is because my wife and daughter have returned home with groceries and I need to help them unload it. All right. Team switch sides, 2nd and 5 coming up for the Bucks, staying in shotgun formation from their own 44. Jeremiah Smith in motion from right to left across the formation, turning the handoff to the running back straight ahead. He's got the first down to midfield. James Peoples the carry. He gets 6, and that's a Buckeye first down. Move those chains. First extended drive for Ohio State. They're at midfield. They've already been in Texas territory once, where they gambled on the fourth down and didn't make it. Saying out of the shotgun, takes the belt high snap, back to throw from his 40, and fires to Claire. It's caught. He'll get 5, maybe 6. That pass is actually complete to Bennett Christian. Down to the Texas 44-yard line, 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Buckeyes. And you're right, Dietz. Keep feeding the beast. That is Jeremiah Smith. Second and 4, 13:44 remaining in the first half. No score, but Ohio State on the march. 8th play of the drive coming up. Ennis across the formation in motion. Play fake by Sand, looking to throw, has time, and now fires to the sideline. It's broken up and incomplete. Jeremiah Smith looking for a flag, not going to get it. Why do they come up with these wacky games? What wacky game show did you find already? I don't even watch them. I just look at the old school shows. And my set is messed up again. Doggone it. I didn't realize. No, I can't do that either. 3rd and 4. Here, why don't I do that? There you go. 3rd and 4. Snap to Sand. Back to throw. Fires. Far sideline for Smith, and it's dropped by Ennis. He was looking for Ennis, and he dropped it. It's now 4th and 4. Why is this not? Okay. Littleton on the coverage, but we have a face mask against Texas, and that'll give Ohio State a new set of downs. And that's a good call because he ripped his face mask off. So now you give Ohio State a new set of downs. Grayson Littleton broke it up, but a face mask puts the ball at the Texas 29. 13:23 remaining in the first half. 2 receivers in bunch formation to the left. Lone slot to the right is Jeremiah Smith. They hand it off to Donaldson, and Donaldson is going to wind up picking up a yard when he should have been stopped for a loss of 3 on the play. Oh, I think I know what happened. Second and gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Coming up for the Bucks. 12:58 remains in the first half. Ohio State and Texas, no score. 24 rushing yards for Ohio State, 37 for Texas, but it's Ohio State that's on the move. Sayin in shotgun formation. Tight end Christian in motion. Snap to Sayin, looking to throw. Pump fakes. And now fires. It is incomplete, but a flag flies in from the secondary. And it's defensive holding, and that'll give Ohio State another first down. Texas shoot themselves in the foot. First a face mask, and now defensive holding. Now, why won't you? Here, try that. I'm trying to straighten this up as we go along. 1st and 10, this time from the 19-yard line. And hold it. I didn't see I didn't see the commercial. Okay, now we're situated. Kinda. Let me fix something here. Now what? Now what? Okay. Now we get everything situated. 1st and 10 for the Bucks from the Longhorn 19. Ball 35 remaining in the opening half. Ohio State on the march. This is the 11th play they're in. Longest I've seen either team go without putting a score on the board, or the longest I've seen Texas go without a score since Georgia last year. Hand off to Donaldson, running off to the right. Donaldson gets inside the 15, down to the 14, still pushing the pile. He gets down to the 11. Gain of 8. 2nd down and 2. District Nation is here. What's up? What's up, District Nation? He's saying, let's go Texas. Votes are split so far. That's what I have to do. I have to start putting more polls up. Navy leads VMI 14-0. They were in the second quarter of that game. C.J. Donaldson, the only Power 4 player with 11-plus touchdowns each of the last 2 seasons. Trying to make it 3 with a start to this game. 2nd and 3 after a gain of 7. Donaldson stands to the right of Sand. The hand to Donaldson. Off to the left. He's got the first down inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. So much for the slow start. Ohio State starting to pick it up, and now they're in goal-to-goal territory. This drive was aided by not one, but 2 big Texas penalties. One for a face mask and the other for holding. Nine plays, 74 yards so far on this current drive. Shows you how off my stats are, taking them by hand. 1st and goal from the 6. Snap to Sand, the hand to Peoples, running straight ahead, and Peoples inside the 5, down to the 4. Gain of 2, 2nd and goal coming up. Toffee made the stop for Texas. 2nd down and goal from the 4. 10:45 remaining in the first half. Smith and Tate lined up wide to the right. Christian lined up tight end to the left. Donaldson to the right of Sand. The handoff to Donaldson running left. Donaldson trying to break through. Can't. They drag him backwards. He gets 1. It's now 3rd and goal from the 3. 10:10 remaining in the first half. This is what Ohio State wants to do. They want to control the clock. This is what they've been known for many, many years. They'll operate again out of the spread, taking as much time as possible. We have crossed under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Now they'll employ 2 tight ends, including Bennett Christian off to the right, or off to the left, I beg your pardon. Donaldson stands to the right of Sand, and timeout call by the Bucks. Timeout call, 9:41 remaining in the first half. Texas nothing, Ohio State nothing, but Ohio State knocking on the door with 3rd and goal when y'all get back. Now I'm going to have a bite really fast. So stand by a minute. I got to get some fuel. All right, 3rd and goal from the 2. Waiting to get back from the commercial break. All right. 3rd and goal from the 2. Texas trying to keep them out. Ohio State trying to lift the lid on the season. 3rd and goal from the 2. Ohio State moving to the right. I had an idea, but I lost it. I don't know where I lost it. 3rd and goal from the 2. 2 tight ends for Ohio State. Donaldson, the lone setback with Sand in the backfield. Hand off Donaldson running straight ahead. He ain't going to get there. It is now 4th and goal. 4th and goal for Ohio State. And will they keep their offense out on the field? It looks like they are. They're going to keep their offense out on the field. They're going to keep their offense out of the field. Hiru Kanu made the stop for Texas. Here we go. 4th and goal from the 1. I formation behind Sand. Christian in motion. The turn of the hand to Donaldson, and he's in. Touchdown, Ohio State. When you have more linemen than they can come after you with, it's touchdown Buckeyes. They used every bit of that. 13 plays, 80 yards, and 801. And the Buckeyes strike first. Essentially, they wind up with 4 tight ends in the ball game. One of them was in the backfield. C.J. Donaldson pays off the drive with a touchdown. The snap is backing down, and the kick is good. And the Buckeyes strike first. 8:57 remaining in the second quarter. It's the Buckeyes 7 and the Longhorns nothing. Tiger Stripes Media here with us. Fit Down Sports District Nation. Alex is here with us. Says this is a raid. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. We got 8:57 remaining in the first half, and Ohio State just lifted the lid off the scoring for this year. Oh, got a message from the dog here. Everything just reset on me, trying to fix a few issues. So come Monday, you'll have to let me back into the truck. I can do that. I can do that. "13 plays, 80 yards, 801 off the clock as the Buckeyes, the champs, strike first." With that play call, they were going for it no matter what. Yeah, they were. They were going to pound it until they got into the end zone, which they did. And they lead now 7-0. Did you all think Lee Corso was going to pick Ohio State anyway as his final headgear prediction? I did. I mean, it was set up perfect. His first headgear pick was Ohio State in 1996. He picked him to win the national championship in 2014. And it just seems every time college game day was there, the pick was Ohio State. Now let's see if Texas can put it in the gear the same way Ohio State did. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the fonts that I have in my stable. This one, the one that I have that's supposed to represent Ohio State doesn't because it's different. And I think I'm glad it doesn't. Manning 3 of 5 for only 13 yards. CJ Baxter's carried the ball 5 times for 24 yards. Jeremiah Smith has 2 receptions for 22 yards. CJ Donaldson has 31 yards and a touchdown. He's got the lone point. He's got the lone points of the game. Now let's see if Texas can respond. Fielding will put it back in motion from left to right, and it'll go to and through the end zone for a touchback. EJ News and Podcast says there's a raid coming in. Thanks, EJ. For everyone that has sent a raid to me, I appreciate it. I invite y'all to subscribe to the channel and like this video this live stream that you are seeing right now. And there's a note that I need to get fixed. And I'm about to fix it right now. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for Texas, moving left. First time Arch Manning has been on the field in a long time. Let's see how it affects him. And he's going to take the ball first. Scooting to the outside. He's got 5. He's got 7, maybe 8. Give him a gain of 9, 2nd down and 1. 8:35 remaining in the first half. Manning in the pistol formation. Wisner behind him. Here's Widener. 1st down, Texas. McDonald makes the stop for the Buckeyes. Gain of 3 for Contravion Wisner. And that 1st down has to feel good for Texas because they were getting nothing the last couple of times they've had the ball. So it's 1st and 10 for the Longhorns from the 37-yard line. Snap to Manning. Looking to throw. Sidearm throw. It is dropped. DeAndre Moore, the intended receiver, 2nd down and 10. I'm trying to find something here while they're resetting everything. 2nd and 10, 7:50 for the half. Manning in shotgun formation. Wisner stands to his right. Receiver flying across the formation in motion. Sidearm pass caught on a tunnel screen to Ennis. That's complete. Out to the 43, maybe to the 44-yard line. That's Ryan Wingo on the reception. They're wearing different numbers, and I got to get used to them. 3rd down and 3. Coming up for Texas. And if you're the Longhorns and you want to stay in this game, you got to get this one. You got to have it. 1,958 subscribers, 42 away from the magic 2,000. Let's see if we can get it today throughout the games that we have on. 3rd and 3. Manning to throw. Escapes to his left. Being chased. Manning, can he outrun him? He does. Can he get there? No, he does not. He's ripped out of bounds short of the 1st down. Oh, the right-footed spot gives it to him. The right-footed spot gives him the 1st down. And he's ripped down right there. Good call. Short of the 1st down. He is ripped down a yard short of the 1st down. The mistake Manning made, he didn't cut back inside to get the extra yardage he needed. That's a good call. He did not get the 1st down. Oh, they did give it to him. 1st and 10 for Texas. I beg your pardon. On 1st down, Manning back to throw. Steps up, uncorks a deep one. Man free, incomplete. Ryan Wingo was sandwiched McLean, one of the defenders back there for Ohio State. It's 2nd and 10. That's the first deep shot that Manning has taken this afternoon. And it looked like Wingo slowed up and ran right into that double team. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 47-yard line. Pistol formation this time. 2 receivers out to the left. Ball on the left hash. They hand off to Baxter running straight ahead, and Baxter is not going to get anywhere. Surrounded by Buckeyes. Houston back there for Ohio State. And now it is 3rd down. And the crowd is about to go nuts. I want to find a feed that will have just the crowd noise. 3rd and 10, 5:58 remaining in the first half. From the 47-yard line, Manning in shotgun formation. Caleb Downs is coming on a blitz. Nope, he backs off. Manning back to throw, stepping up into the pocket, and he's sacked. And Texas will give up the ball. Not doing a good job of protecting Arch Manning that time. And it's 4th and 11. Let's get rid of this. Here's the punt. And it will take a bounce and down at the 1-yard line. They'll move it out to the 3. Niblett got down there. And that's where Ohio State will take over. 52-yard punt by Burmeister. No return. 5:05 for the half. Buckeyes 7, Longhorns nothing. And I'm going to have to re-add the live sub count yet again. All right, I'll come to the Fanatics feedback zone in just a moment. You all are going to see something re-added. Oops. There we go. Come on. There it is. There's what I'm looking for right there. Now, why can't I do this in Stream Elements and have it act right? I don't know. There we are. There we are. We got that reset. And I think Tiger Stripes thoughts on the game, 27-17 Clemson. I'll go with that. I say 30-17 Clemson. I like Klubnik. I do. I like Klubnik. All right, update in top 25 action. Excuse me, Tennessee, all over Syracuse, 24-7. They're coming to the end of the first half in that game. Tulane up 13-3 now on Northwestern. Okay. All right, ready to get back to work. Is that Captain Jack Sawyer on the sideline? Yeah, that's him. Who do I have winning the Heisman? I don't. I don't have anybody winning the Heisman. I'll explain why during the show next week. Here's the handoff to the running back running off to the left. He bounces out to the 5-yard line. Peoples gets a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 from that point. I do not have a Heisman Trophy winner. And I'm not going to pick one either. Second and 7, Peoples deep in the backfield behind Sayan. Jeremiah Smith across the formation in motion right to left. Handoff to Peoples running off left tackle. He gets out to the 8, maybe the 9. It'll leave him 3 yards short of the first down, and that's what Ohio State will need on 3rd down. 3rd down and 3. Gain of 4 that time for Peoples. Buckeyes 7, Longhorns nothing. 4:07 remaining in the first half, clock running. The Texas Longhorn offense has not been able to do anything so far in this first half, and they only trail by 7. Ohio State 2 timeouts left in the first half. Texas has all 3. Under 4 minutes to play, first half. 7-0 Buckeyes, but they face 3rd down and 3 from their own 9. 5 on the play clock. Christian in formation toward the line. They fake the handoff, and Sand rolls back to throw, and now fires. It is caught! What a catch by Carnell Tate! He's got the first down for the Buckeyes. Carnell Tate did a great job coming back to the ball. He's able to bail his quarterback out of a jam, and the Buckeyes get a new set of downs. That is a pickup of 9 and a first down for the Bucks. I like how Ryan Day gets excited for his team. I like coaches like that. On 1st down out of the pistol, the handoff to James Peoples running left, and Peoples is swallowed up, dropped, and maybe for a loss on the play. They say no gain. 2nd down and 10. 2:48 remaining in the first half. Ohio State will get the ball to start the second half as they won the toss and deferred. And as I said, whenever my wife and daughter come back home, and I know they're going to have a lot of stuff for me to help them lift, I will jump out of here. I will help them lift it, and then I'll come back here and continue business. 2nd and 10 as we approach the 2-minute warning from the 18-yard line. Snap to Sand, looking to throw. He fires incomplete. Sand threw one way. Claire went another way. Now it's 3rd and 10 coming up for the Buckeyes. With 2:12 remaining in the first half, Texas is trying to get this ball north of the 2-minute warning. So the ideal for them would be to force a pass, and then the Longhorns would get the ball back. Ohio State 2 of 5 on 3rd downs, including a great catch by Carnell Tate. 3rd and 10, 2:12 for the half. 5 on the play clock. Snap to Sand. Back to throw. Winds up and throws over the middle. And that pass is caught by Jeremiah Smith. He'll be short of the first down, and this will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes for the first half. Ohio State 7, Texas nothing. Back after this on Snowman Sportsnet. Picking an early Heisman is an easy way to cause a biased look. Better let the season play out. You know what, Deets? You're right, but I'm not picking one at all. I'm not picking one at all. After 3 of the last 5 years having the player that should have been the Heisman Trophy winner get screwed. Nope. I'm not feeding into it. That was a great comeback route by Carnell Tate. Able to bail his quarterback out of a jam and get him a first down. They have a show called Wednesday on Netflix. But no, after the 3 of the last 5 years seeing the incorrect player win the Heisman Trophy, nope, I'm not picking a Heisman Trophy winner at all, especially after what happened last year when Ashton Genty should have been the Heisman Trophy winner by a mile, but they gave it to Travis Hunter, who couldn't do a darn thing. Couldn't do a darn thing. Travis Hunter, he'll be okay in the NFL. While I'm talking about Travis Hunter, who did win the Heisman last year, he'll be okay, but he needs to pick a side. Is he going to play offense or is he going to play defense? Jacksonville's going to let him play both, and I think that'll be a mistake. I said it, and I mean it. 2 minutes left in the first half from Ohio Stadium in Columbus. It's Ohio State 7 and Texas nothing. Texas will have all 3 timeouts to work with to get down the field. And you're right, Damian. At least they didn't give the Heisman Trophy to Shedeur, even though Shedeur was mistakenly in the conversation. I don't know why. Middle of the second quarter in Knoxville, and it's all orange, 24-7. Tennessee leads Syracuse. Here's the punt. It's a knuckleball end over end, and it's out of bounds. Where? Where are they going to mark it? At the Texas 47-yard line. Joe McGuire with a 30-yard punt. All right, a little bit of trivia for you guys. Who was the last preseason favorite to win the Heisman? The last preseason Heisman favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. It was Matt Leinart, and the year was 2004. Texas looks for the tying score. 1st and 10. They work from their own 47-yard line, moving left. Manning in shotgun formation. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Snap to Manning. Sidearm throw and complete. Manning couldn't find his receiver that time, which was Parker Livingstone. I mistakenly said he was out due to an injury. He actually is playing today. The playmaker is with us saying hello, Snowman, and guests just dropping in right quick to support. I appreciate it. 2nd down and 10, 150 for the half from the 47-yard line. Manning under center this time with Baxter behind him, and Baxter gets the call running straight ahead. He gets up to the 49 and goes no further. Not much going on for the Texas offense. That's the bad news. The good news is they only trail by 7. on Ohio State not using any timeouts because they want to see the ball if they get one more shot at it. Manning is 4 out of 9. He has missed his last 4 passes. 3rd and 8. After a 2-yard gain, Manning in shotgun formation, 3 receivers out to the right. Across the formation is Wingo. Snap to Manning, looking Wingo's way, escapes to his right, and Manning with a shovel pass. That's complete to Baxter, and he's going to be short of the first down to the Ohio State 45. So that's a quick 3 and out with a minute left. But their offense is staying on the field. They sure are. May as well take the chance, see what you have. 4th and 2 from the Ohio State 44. And timeout call by Ohio State. Not this time. So timeout call with 43 seconds remaining. Manning on the day is 5 out of 10 for 25 yards. Not the start that Manning wanted. Saying, on the other hand, 6 of 11 for 53 yards. Slow offense in the first half, just like Dietz said. And it's only 7-0 in favor of the Buckeyes. I said something. I don't think Travis Hunter should have won the Heisman Trophy. They gave it to him from week 1 on. All right. Texas will keep their offense out on the field on 4th and 3. 1 timeout left for Ohio State. Receiver across the formation in motion. Now what? Now Texas spends a timeout. And I believe they're going to punt this time. We'll see. I don't see how Travis Hunter playing both defense and offense. I mean, it will help the team in case they lose a man on either side. Plus, it would be the first player ever to play on both sides in the NFL. That's wrong, dude. I hate to inform you of this, Damian Hernandez, but Travis Hunter will not be the first player to play on both sides of the football offense and defense. Does the name Deion Sanders mean anything to you? All right. Both teams took a timeout. So let's see what they do here. And they'll punt it away. Good call. And they're going to pin him deep again. This time out of bounds at the 3-yard line with 35 seconds left in the first half. Baumeister with a great punt, 42 yards, no return. (102 total yards for Ohio State, 79 for Texas. And Texas's defense is going to have to shape itself up because remember, Ohio State will get the ball to start the second half. Julian Sayin and company with the ball with 1 timeout, 35 seconds left in the first half, 7-0 Buckeyes in a hard-hitting defensive game. They'll start from the 3-yard line and they'll take a knee to go to the locker room. Actually, they don't. They push the ball forward. 30 seconds left in the half. And everybody says, let's go to recess. So Julian Sayin and company take a 7-0 lead into the locker room on the strength of a 1-yard touchdown run by C.J. Donaldson. First, fewest combined points at halftime in an AP top 3 matchup since 2011. It was LSU and Alabama. They tied at 3 apiece. 7-0 Buckeyes. We go to the half, and I'm gonna get me a break. And I think my family's back home, so I may be delayed coming back here for the second half. So give me a little bit. I'm gonna get a breather. I'll come back. I'll go through some scores, and if my family comes in, then I will go help them. Then I'll be back for the second half. Whoops, wrong button. Okay. Back to business. Family's home and situated. Groceries are situated. And we have 4th and 4 coming up for Ohio State. And thank you to Tiger Stripes Media and to Fit Down Sports while I was dealing with my delay in technology. And then the family got home. 2 on the play clock, 1 on the play clock. Here's the rugby style punt by McGuire. High end over end. It's going to take a bounce and be taken in at the 27, 28 yard line. Ryan Nisbet on the return. Texas Longhorns is the third AP number 1 team shutout in the first half since 2014. Texas last year versus Georgia, and LSU 2016 versus Alabama.
No, you're wrong.
No, I'm not. It says so right there.
No, you're wrong.
And that's my beauty. Handing me my second half drink, and Texas ball, 1st and 10, moving right to left in the white uniforms. And here's the handoff to Quintravion Wisner, and Wisner with his longest run of the day out to the 35-yard line. Pick up of 6, 2nd down and 4. 13:20 remaining in the third quarter. Ohio State 7, Texas nothing. These Ohio State fans need to understand every incomplete pass isn't pass interference. Sometimes the defense makes good plays. Absolutely. 2nd and 4. Wisner the carry. Wisner the first down off to the right side. Out to the 40 to the 41-yard line. Houston, the last one back there for Ohio State. And a new set of downs for Texas. And maybe this is the time they can crank up the tempo. Manning out of the shotgun on 1st down. Fake to Wider. Sidearm pass is thrown and caught by Moore, but he'll lose 3 yards. Moore slipped before he could make his cut. Loss of 3, 2nd down and 13 from the Texas 38. And now they got to get the ball downfield. Wisner stands to the right of Manning on 2nd down and 13. 3 receivers out to the left, lone slot to the right. Manning waits, takes the belt high shotgun snap, looks to throw against pressure, steps up into the pocket, rolls out to his left, got to get rid of it, gets rid of a defender instead. He's got the 45, and he may have a 1st down across midfield. He did. Needed 13, got 15. And a 1st down for the Texas Longhorns. And Dietz points out a great adjustment by Texas going wide. And a great adjustment by Manning on that pressure. 1st and 10 from the Ohio State 47-yard line, moving right. Now they go to the near side of the field. The turn in the hand to Quintravion Wisner. Wisner trying to turn the corner. He does. Gets inside the 40, steps out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Pickup of 9, 2nd down and 1 from the Bucks 38. Deepest penetration of the afternoon for the Texas Longhorns. They trail 7-0, and they're trying to get on the board and even this game. 2nd and 1. Bunch receivers to the right, lone slot to the left is Livingstone. A hand off to Wisner running straight ahead. Now bounces out to the right, and Wisner gets a 1st down inside the 36-yard line, or to the 36-yard line. 11:09 remaining in the third quarter. Texas seeing the ball for the first time in the second half. Hey, this drink ain't bad. I like it. Mango tropical flavored water beverage. That works. 1st and 10 for the Longhorns from the Buckeye 36. The handoff to Wisner running straight. Oh, the backs are running straight ahead inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. Manning 6 of 11 for 22 yards. Remember, his last pass lost 3 yards on the play, but they're running the football and they're running it well. 2nd down and 6. Fake to Wisner. Manning back to throw. Looking, firing. Caught by Baxter. He is drilled. He is drilled by Styles. And 3rd and a deuce coming up for Texas. You cannot settle for a field goal here. Victor Locke is with us from Chicago. Are you ready for some football? Better believe it. 3rd and 2, 9:58 for the third. Manning in shotgun formation with the ball inside of the right hash, moving right to left. Hand off to Baxter. Baxter cuts back left, has the first down to the 20-yard line. C.J. Baxter gets 8 on a 3rd and a deuce, and another set of downs for Texas as they drive toward the tying score. 9:40 remaining in the third quarter. Ohio State got the ball first, did nothing with it, and now it's Texas on the march. 1st and 10 for the Texas Longhorns from the Ohio State 20-yard line. From the 20-yard line, the high snap to Manning. He'll keep it. Sidearm pass is caught by Moore. Inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line. Moore makes the catch for the Texas Longhorns. Gain of 9, 2nd down and 1 as they're inside of the red zone with 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Ball on the 11-yard line, 2nd down and 1. Bunch receivers left and right. The fake to Baxter. Manning looks to throw. Sidearm pass again. Caught by receiver out to the left. 1st and goal, Texas. Pass is complete to Dylan McCutcheon. He gets a couple and a 1st down. Good job by McCutcheon getting past the sticks. Fundamentals, folks. Get past the sticks. You'll get the 1st down. 1st and goal for the Longhorns at the Buckeye 9-yard line. 8:23 remaining in the third quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Buckeyes. But the Longhorns are threatening. They'll go 3 wide to the right and lone slot to the left. Manning in shotgun formation with Quintravion Wisener standing to his left. Snap to Manning. Up the middle he goes. Manning inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. He gets down to the 4. 2nd and goal from the 4. You figure 3 downs for Texas to tie this thing up. This is the best drive of the afternoon for the Texas Longhorns. 7:50 remaining in the third quarter. 13th play coming up for the Texas Longhorns from the Buckeye 4-yard line. They started at their own 25. Manning in shotgun formation. Wisener now stands to his left, empty to the backfield. And Manning will take the snap, run up the middle himself. He gets down to the 4, maybe the 3-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and goal from the 3. Ohio State wants to keep the Longhorns out. The Longhorns want to get in and tie this thing. And now the clock is stopped with 7:21 remaining in the third quarter as there is a Buckeye down. So we'll take time. 7:21 for the third. Buckeyes 7, Longhorns nothing on Snowman Sportsnet. I don't know what it is. All right. All right. Ugh. There is nothing happy about this meal. Oh my gosh, the commercials they come up with. Off of an Addams Family character that apparently has her own show on Netflix. The drink that my wife got for me is good. 13 plays, 68 yards. Yeah, 68 yards. Tiger Stripes Media with the stats. Thank you very much. Here, let me do that. Doggone it. Dang nabbit. There you go. This is the 14th play coming up on this drive for the Texas Longhorns. They have 3rd and goal from the Buckeye 3 when we get back to business. All right. 3rd and goal for the Texas Longhorns as they look for the equalizer. 7:21 remaining in the third quarter. They've had the ball for a good 6 minutes. 14th play of the drive, I beg your pardon, coming up. Manning 9 of 14 on the afternoon. Manning takes the belt high snap and hands it to Baxter, and Baxter is going to be short. He is short by a half an inch. It is 4th and goal. Texas downs the last line of defense for the Buckeyes. And if you're Texas, I say you go for it here. You're down only 7, 6:50 through the third. They're going to try and get it quickly. It's Manning. He didn't get it. No, he is stopped. He is stopped right at the goal line. They did not get it. Ohio State turns the Longhorns away for the second time this afternoon. They saw the play coming, and Houston said, no, you don't. And the Buckeyes turn away the Longhorns right at the lip of the goal line. Instead of going forward, they shoved him sideways, and it's Downs that was the first one there. A big credit to this Ohio State defense. They slammed the door on the Longhorns. They go 15 plays and get nothing. 6:40 for the third. Ohio State 7 and Texas nothing. Wow. Wow. No soup for you, says the champs. They marched right down the field, and the Ohio State defense stood up. This is just like the Cotton Bowl. Every time Texas had momentum, Ohio State took it away. No, change that. They snatched it away. They snatched it away. California and Oregon State goes later. Idaho and Washington State goes later. And I question that too, Deej. You're right there. Take the points. Why don't you take the field goal? You got plenty of possessions left in this ball game. Oh, ouch. Why are you not taking the points? Teams do this, and Texas has done this twice now. Texas has done this twice now, going for it and getting stuffed. The first time they went forward was early in the game, and they got the first down. Second time, they got stuffed in Ohio State territory. Take the points. It's a chip shot field goal. Take the points. You figure 21 minutes left in the ball game. You're going to see the ball at least 3 more times. That way you're down 7-3. You make a stop. You get the ball back. You punch it in the end zone. You get the lead. You're not just tied. Crazy decisions. Crazy decision. I blame that on Sarkisian. Okay, you all are hearing it here first. I blame that solely on Steve Sarkisian. You had the field goal in your back pocket. Take it. And Ohio State has made a lot of goal line stands. And you got one of the best running backs in the nation in Contravion Reisner, and you got Baxter backing him up in the backfield. Why don't you give them the football? And you can run a play fake on the goal line. You should have done that on third down because they're expecting Manning to do everything. And they're ready for it. So Ohio State takes over at their own 1-yard line. Their red zone defense on goal to goal, 52% last year. Second in the nation. On first down, Texas sneaks up 4 or 5 different players, and it's Julian Sayin who takes the ball out past the 1, maybe the 2-yard line. Why do you not play fundamental? Even you're the number 1 team in the nation, Texas. Why don't you play fundamental football and take the points? Now, if Ohio State burns you, that's your fault on this drive. 6:16 remaining in the third quarter. If you get burned on this drive with any kind of points, that's on you, Texas. 2nd down and 9 from the 2-yard line. Sayin under center with Peoples behind him, and Sayin will throw it out of his end zone. Flag down, a hold in the end zone possibly, and Sayin runs out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage, but there's a flag down. If this flag occurred in the end zone, that's a safety. And Sick Diggy, you're right. I'll repeat your comment. The Longhorns are too caught up with being ranked number 1 and trying to prove it. Why are you doing that? This is holding against Ohio State, and you got a personal foul against Texas, so they'll offset, and they'll play 2nd down. So you got a hold in the end zone, and then you have a face mask. So those penalties will offset. They tried a little trickery with a play fake, and it's LaFoul. That's the 2nd face mask penalty against Texas. The first one cost them a touchdown. 2nd down and 9, hand off to Montgomery, and he says, and they go, 3rd and 9. That's Donaldson, I beg your pardon. 3rd and 9 from the 2-yard line. 5:25 left in the third quarter. Yeah, Deeds bailed out big time. Going forward, it's not the worst thing, but not letting your star back, Contravion Wisner, not carry the ball inside the 1 is where the problem is. Absolutely. They send the blitz, and they run it straight up the middle, and Donaldson is going to be 3 yards short of the first down, and Texas nearly got caught. Texas nearly got caught, but their defense bailed them out, and it's 4th down. So in essence, it turns into a 3 and out. McGuire will punt it out of his end zone with 4:20 left in the third quarter. I like that big scoreboard they have at Ohio Stadium. 4th down and about 3 after a 6-yard gain. And McGuire punts it away, and it will roll out of bounds at the Texas 48. So 52 yards away from Hallelujah Land are the Texas Longhorns and tying this thing. And the offense has let Texas down. I'll say it again. The offense has let the Texas Longhorns down. 4:25 left in the third quarter. Buckeyes 7, Longhorns nothing. Who's the starting quarterback for Texas? Arch Manning. I can point to 3 plays as to why Texas is trailing 7-0. 2 of them, actually 4. 2 of them are personal fouls on Ohio State's lone scoring drive, a face mask, and then a defensive holding that kept the lone scoring drive of the game alive. And then a 4th and goal from the 1-yard line, and you have Arch Manning try to sneak it across on what essentially turned out to be a failed tush push. You got running backs back there for a reason. Turn around and give them the ball. Let them get a running start. I mean, if nothing else, they can time a leap over the goal line. They can time that leap over the goal over the goal line with no problem. You don't do stuff like that. You just don't do stuff like that. So Texas will have the ball at their own 48 when we get back to business. I'm seeing all these school days commercials, and I'm remembering all of the supplies that my mom and dad used to get every year. Yeah, Texas has been sloppy all afternoon on offense, but surprisingly, they still only trail 7-0. Not even about it's not Sig Diggy, it's not his ego, it's his coach's ego and Steve Sarkisian. He's got every reason to lose this game. They're going to mark the ball at midfield. You don't need Arch to be the savior. You need him to be the part of an offense that will make people afraid of the Texas offense as a whole. Can a punter be player of the game? Yep, that's why they have an award named after him. On first down, the handoff is to Wisner. And Wisner gets cut down at the 41, but there's a flag. It'll come back. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So essentially, it only turns into a 5-yard penalty. So it'll be 1st and 15. Ohio State has yet to be penalized in this game. And that's a good call as their big center was locking in on Pierce. 1st and 15 from the Texas 45. 3:45 left in the third quarter. And they hand it off to Wisner again. He slips and he gets pounded out to the 48-yard line and goes no further. This Ohio State defense has been up to the challenge all afternoon. Gain of 3 for Wisner, 2nd down and 12. 3:25 left in the third quarter. Ohio State leads Texas 7-0. That's right, 7-0. We're down to the final 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. This time they'll operate out of the pistol. Manning takes a snap and fakes the handoff. Back to throw. Manning winds up and throws deep to the sideline as it's intercepted. And Texas once again is turned away. Matthews with the interception for Ohio State. And the Buckeyes get the ball back. You had so much success running the football, you try a downfield shot, and Matthews was ready for it, looking for Wingo, and Matthews picked him off. So the Buckeyes once again get the ball back. 3:01 for the third, 7-0 Buckeyes. I don't understand this Texas offense at all. And I think, who's it? Hi, Winnie. There you go. I think the play that has doomed Texas so far, as strange as this sounds, was the first play of the game. When Texas had the ball and they were getting ready to fly down the field, it was an incomplete pass. It was an incomplete pass. And Texas has not been in sync all day. Texas has not been in sync all day. And Texas is going to play themselves right out of any and everything that people are looking for them to achieve with a performance like this. With a performance like this, and it's terrible. You're the number one team of the nation. You're playing the defending champions in their house. What do we always say on Snowman in the morning? It's pretty simple. To be the champs, you must unseat the champs. And they're not doing a doggone thing to unseat the champs. They're playing right into their hands. They are playing right into their hands. That is not the first pass Arch Manning has thrown that has been short. And I agree with Sick. How do you rank the national champions not number one? Is it because of the turnover they had in players? Look what they're doing defensively. They're shutting out the third highest scoring team last year in the country. They're shutting them out almost through 3 quarters. To be the champs, you must unseat the champs. You won't unseat Ohio State playing like this at all. So the Buckeyes have it 1st and 10 with 3:01 left in the third quarter. They'll start from their 32, and they'll operate out of the pistol. 3 receivers to the right, lone slot to the left. They fake the handoff, saying to throw, trying to take a shot downfield. That pass is caught short out to the 35-yard line. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. If you're Ohio State, you know who needs to touch the ball right now? The Beast. You got to get Jeremiah Smith the ball, especially now off of a turnover. You've got to get Jeremiah Smith the ball. 2nd down and 7 from the 35. Saying out of the shotgun, turning hand to running back Donaldson. Donaldson will get 2, maybe 3. The one drive that Texas had that sustained, they went through Wisner and they screwed it up by not finishing with Wisner. Jeremiah's caught 4 for 33 yards. All others has caught 4 for 29. How many possessions are left in this game for the top-ranked Longhorns? We're approaching 100 seconds left in the third quarter. 3rd and 4 from the 37-yard line. You need to have Smith touch the ball right now. Saying to throw, looking, firing, caught Jeremiah Smith. 1st down out to the 45-yard line. Bingo! Another set of downs for the Buckeyes. And a great play by Jeremiah Smith getting his defender off of him. We're down to the final minute of the third quarter. First and 10, 50 seconds left in the third quarter. That's what this network is. Custom made from head to toe. Snap to sand. Looking right, looking left, firing left. It is caught by Donaldson out of the backfield. He gets a gain of 9 to the Texas 46. It'll leave 2nd down and 1 as we are in the final 30 seconds of the third quarter. That's what this network and channel is going to be. Custom made from head to toe. And we're going to take this to the fourth quarter. 15 minutes left in this one. Ohio State 7, Texas nothing. Best chance of the day for Texas, and they fumbled it away by not giving the ball to Quintravion Weisner. I will have a post-game thought after this game. Trust me, there will be a post-game show after this. Man, oh man. 3 separate times. Texas had the ball in good shape, and all 3 times they gave it up. Yeah, Dusty Rose will be turning over in his grave because Texas wants to go fast, and it's the first game of the season. You got running backs. Use them. Ohio State does, and they use them very well. I think a lot of people are going to have choice words for Steve Sarkisian, myself included. I won't need my soundboard for this one. At the end of the game, I will play the alma mater of the winning school. Will it be the Eyes of Texas for the Longhorns, or will it be Carmen, Ohio for the Buckeyes? Make your picks down below in the chat. Make your picks in the chat. Doggone, I can't talk today. I think I'm going to wind up playing Carmen, Ohio a few times. I've already got it warmed up. But at the end of every game that we broadcast, we will play the alma mater of the winner. We will play the alma mater song of the winner. It's either going to be Carmen, Ohio for the champs or the Eyes of Texas for the Longhorns. Yeah, I can put this back up now. Come on. There we go. We're heading to the want to play money period. And the score you see on the screen is correct. 7-0 Buckeyes. Any score by Ohio State in the fourth quarter, and this game is put to bed. Because Texas has wasted all of their ammunition on Arch Manning, at least in this game. They've wasted all their ammunition, their big-time ammunition on Arch Manning to get them a first down and a touchdown, and both times they were turned away. I will talk about all of that during the post-game show. All right, folks, we head to the fourth and final period. 7-0 in favor of the Buckeyes. They'll have second down and 1 from the Texas 46. The lone score of the game, a rushing touchdown by C.J. Donaldson on 4th and goal. First time they've been shut out, the Longhorns, through 3 quarters since 2015. If you're Ohio State, you punch them in the mouth and tell them, get out of my house and not come back. 2nd and 1. Buckeyes right to left, Texas left to right. Julian Super Saiyan, 10 for 16 for 78 yards. This is Donaldson again. First down, Buckeyes across the Texas 45 down to the 43-yard line. And Ohio State is doing what they're supposed to do. They're running the football and they're using the clock. They've done that all day. Ohio State only has 63 rushing yards, and yet they have the number that counts, 7, as in 7 points. 1st and 10 from the Texas 43-yard line. And the turn of the handoff to Donaldson, but a flag is down. This will more than likely come back. Donaldson gets 5 to the Texas 38, but a false start against the Buckeyes, their first penalty of the game. Illegal formation is the penalty. Would you believe with 14-14 remaining in the ball game, that's their first penalty of the ball game? Talk about a clean football game. Everybody can take all the tape from this game, watching Ohio State execute, and learn a lot. 1st down and 15. 14 minutes left in the ball game. They'll operate out of the pistol. Carnell Tate in motion to the left. The snap to Sand in the hand to Peoples, and Peoples will get 8 down to the 40-yard line. Even that. Oh, that's Donaldson again. I beg your pardon. Donaldson's got the hot hand. You stick with him. Learn from that, Texas. Stick with your hot hand. Contravian Wisner, again, got you 35 yards on the ground, got you inside the 10, and you didn't go to him. Meanwhile, Ohio State is doing the right thing. They're right. They're hot hand in Donaldson. 2nd and 7, 13:24 left in the ball game. Ball outside the 40-yard line, moving left. Saying out of the shotgun formation. Peoples stands to his right, fake to Peoples. Saying to throw a deep one, and that pass is caught! Touchdown Buckeyes! And that, I think, is ball game. Carnell Tate with the reception, his second big catch of the afternoon, and this one just may have sealed the game. Wow! What a catch from 40 yards out. The concentration on Carnell Tate was incredible on that play. And that is why you run the football, to set up plays like that. And no crazy celebration from Carnell Tate, just high fives all over the place. 7 plays, 68 yards, and 453. Fiedling for the extra point. It is good, and Ohio State has some distance between them and the top-ranked Longhorns, and it won't be long before Ohio State will be climbing to the top of the mountain. 13:08 left in the ball game, and Texas has a mountain to climb. They trail 14-0 to the Buckeyes. What up? And that is, man, oh man, and that is why you run the ball on 4th and goal from the 1. That is why you take advantage of possessions that have been handed to you, because Texas handed them that possession on an interception. What a catch by Carnell Tate. And the other big catch that he made was on a scramble drill. Sand scrambled out to his right in the first half on 3rd and 9, and Tate ran past the sticks, came back and got the reception, and gave Ohio State another set of downs. Sand 11 of 17, 118 yards, and a touchdown. Meanwhile, Arch Manning, 9 out of 15, 38 yards plus an interception. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. What a catch by Carnell Tate. Your Fanatics scoring drive. Remember that, Tiger Stripes Media. Your Fanatics scoring drive. 7 plays, 68 yards, and 453. The payoff, a 40-yard touchdown to Carnell Tate. Another great route run. To be the champs, you got to beat the champs. And Ohio State is standing very tall. Ohio State is standing very tall this afternoon. What a performance by this Buckeyes team. 14-0 Buckeyes with 13:05 left in the ball game. Now you have to wonder, does Texas actually have time to answer twice? Because that goal line stand has propelled Ohio State on the verge of a victory. Not to mention that interception didn't help matters for Texas either. What a catch by Cornell Tate. I have to get Paul Keels' call of that catch. Paul Keels, the longtime legendary voice of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Here's Fielding's kick, headed to the end zone, and it's going to come out. This is how the game started. It's Contravion Wisner across the 10. He gets to the 15 and goes no further. Turnovers to touchdowns. And there's one right there. The Arch Manning turnover turns into a Julian Sand 40-yard touchdown. Not a good start for Texas this season, but as Dietz said, long way to go. And I'll still say this may be the first of at least two with these two teams. Now let's see what Arch Manning has in the tank from the 15-yard line, moving right on 1st and 10. Two receivers wide to the right. DeAndre Moore in motion. The handoff to Wisner running straight ahead. He'll get 5 to the 20-yard line. 12:55 left in the ball game. Buckeyes 14, Longhorns nothing. And Julian Sayin sitting in the clubhouse right now with a 2-touchdown lead. Texas goes tempo out of the pistol formation. The turn and the handoff again to Contravion Wisner. He gets to the 19. It's 3rd and 1. And if you're Texas, you got to have this one. If you're Texas, you absolutely have got to have this one. 3rd and 1 from the 24. The handoff to Wisner. Wisner trying to bounce it out to the left side. 1st down and more across the 30, 35. Bang down at the 37-yard line on a gain of 13. And a first down for the Texas Longhorns. I had to be sure I was reading the stat correctly. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Manning out of the gun, takes the belt high shotgun snap and looks to throw. And a sidearm pass is caught by Baxter. Baxter gets across the 40 to the 41, maybe the 42-yard line. Gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. From that point, we're under 12 minutes to play in the ball game. And it's all Buckeyes, 14-0. But you would think the score would be much larger with the way the Buckeyes defense has stood up. That goal line stand is your play of the game so far. 2nd and 5 from the 42-yard line. Manning out of the shotgun, takes the belt high snap, looks to throw, blitz is picked up, fires to the left, and that pass is caught for a 1st down. Livingstone with the catch on a gain of 15 and a 1st down for Texas. Good job by Baxter picking up the blitz at the last second. It was a delayed blitz. It gave Manning enough time to get to the outside. 1st and 10 for the Texas Longhorns at the 43-yard line of the Buckeyes. Moore in orbit motion, snap to Manning, looking to throw, straightens up, fires over the middle, and it is intercepted again! Styles with the interception. Wow! Ohio State is not kidding around. That ball was deflected and Styles flew in and snatched it. 2 interceptions for Manning. This indeed will remind you of Anthony Richardson, the way this performance is. Matthews with the deflection and Styles able to reel it in. Matthews with 1 interception and Styles. Oh, this may come back. Hold it. This may come back. They may take a look at this. 10:36 for the ball game. Ohio State 14, Texas nothing. Why are they so careless with the ball? Because they're depending on Arch Manning, and Arch Manning is proving him wrong, at least for this game. But that may come back. Uh-oh. I think I lost all my paperwork. Uh-oh. Oh, I did. That may come back. Well, Texas was about this careless when they played Ohio State in Dallas in the Cotton Bowl. Fifth meeting between these two teams, they have split the first four. Never focus on one player to carry you through a game. Ain't that the truth? Texas is finding this out the hard way. And I still contend that if you're the defending champs, you get the number one ranking coming into the new season, period. And Ohio State has proven it. They're going to play with a chip on their shoulder for the entire season, and I can't say I blame them. I cannot say I blame them. 14-0 Buckeyes, 10:35 remaining in the ball game. That last interception, Sonny Styles, yeah, you did. He was the player to watch. Oh, Victor, you don't know how many straight. Victor, Anthony Richardson called a straight from my wife. When I mentioned his name, I didn't even complete my sentence before she said, "Oh, honey, he don't know what he's doing." That's Dr. K firing a stray at Anthony Richardson. She said that more. Actually, she said that more than once. Down in Atlanta, Tennessee leads Syracuse now 38-20. Old Dominion leads Indiana 7-0. They're in the first quarter of that game. Marshall and Georgia set to go later. So was Alabama and Florida State. And Florida State is a 2-touchdown underdog at home. Go figure. Oh, it did it again. Oh, it did it again. Oh, my phone out. That gummit. Okay. Yeah, they're taking a look at that. They're taking a look at that, and I think that interception is going to go away. That interception's been overturned. Doggone it. We'll try again. There it is. Sorry about that, folks. My feed went out on me again. But from what I'm told by my stats, the interception was overturned. And Texas has the ball at the Ohio State 30. And now it's down to the 16 as Manning completes the pass to Jack Andrews, the tight end. All right, let's see if we can get our feedback up again. I apologize for this, folks. I'm shocked that a quarterback can throw under 100 yards. I'm not. I've seen it before. Jay Cutler, anybody? And what Dietz said before, Anthony Richardson, anybody? Down to the 12, Reese, Arvell, and McCain and Jalen with the stop. 2nd and 6 from the 12. Hand off to Wisner, running left. Wisner gets inside the 10, maybe the 9. Texas indeed caught a break. Defender didn't have full possession and the football hit the ground. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Texas Longhorns from the Buckeye 9. You have 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the ball game. You all think this is 4-down territory? It has to be 4-down territory now. You're down 2 scores. You incorrectly made it 4-down territory twice earlier in this ball game. On 3rd and 3, Manning back to throw. Looking and firing. Incomplete! They are shooting themselves in the foot, and now it's 4th and ball game for the Texas Longhorns. If you make the score 7-3, instead of going for it on 4th and goal from the 1, you make it 7-3, you get points on the board, and you have Ohio State thinking another way. All right, make or break for the Longhorns from the 9. 4th down and 3. From the 9, moving right. Arch Manning in shotgun formation with a double clap, and we get a whistle. Timeout, Texas. Now watch this. I bet you any kind of money they're going to take the field goal attempt. I bet you any kind of money they're going to take the field goal. Actually, no, Manning is grabbing a drink, and they're going to keep their offense on the field. .802 left, 4th and 3. If anything, it was timeout Buckeyes. It was timeout Buckeyes? Yes, it was Ohio State timeout. Now watch, everybody's going to say bad things about Arch Manning, and he's earned the criticism for this game. But a lot of this also has to sit at the feet of Steve Sarkisian and some of the play calls he did. Here we go, 4th and 3 from the 9. Manning in shotgun formation. Wisner stands to his left, 3 receivers out to the right. 14 on the play clock. Fans in full throat at Ohio Stadium. Manning waits. He takes the belt high shotgun snap, looks to throw, and fires to the end zone, and that pass is incomplete. And again, Texas gives up the ball with 7:56 remaining. Ohio State is about to pitch a shutout. That pass was right there for Livingstone, and he could not reel it in. Boy, you talk about playing with a chip on your shoulder. 7:56 remaining. Ohio State 14 and Texas nothing. Bad game for Texas coming out of the gate. Great game for Ohio State's defense. And the one time that Texas turned the ball over, it turns into 7 points. So much to talk about during our postgame. Now I invite you all to stick with me for the postgame show. Ball had to go to Wisner. Has to go to Wisner. And if Texas plays this scared all season, they won't even sniff the playoff. How about that? They go from being preseason number 1, ranked number 1 in week 1, getting shut out on the road at Ohio State, down 2 scores, to not seeing the playoff because they played timid. And that was a short arm pass.
Game snacks.
Thank you, sweetie. I got game snacks, everybody. Some mushrooms, some carrots, some onions to munch on with some ranch dressing. With the onions. So here we go. Onions and ranch. This is my wife's game snacks for me. Mm. You know what? On that play right there, Arch Manning could have run for that first down. All you had to do was fake the pass and turn the corner.
Potato soup's cooking.
Potato soup's cooking.
Yep.
Potato soup's cooking. Oh, yeah. While we have a moment. These are game snacks I love to have. Man, you know what, Coach Dietz? Yes, I said it right. Coach Dietz. Coach Sarkisian needs to be fired. From the 9, Ohio State goes back to work, saying working in the pistol. And the handoff running straight ahead to Donaldson. Donaldson gets across the 10 to about the 15. Well, unlike Matt Uberfools, Victor, there is time for Texas to recover. If they drop any lower than 7, I'll be surprised, depending on what happens with the other teams in the top 10. But I don't think they'll drop far because the people doing the voting still believe in Texas. Ohio State will be the new number 1, no doubt about it. 2nd and 5, 7-13 for the ball game. Jeremiah Smith in motion from right to left. Donaldson one more time pushes his way forward and has the first down. What could hurt Texas later in the year is a visit to the Hedges. Victor, was this ever a mismanaged game? This was a mismanaged game. Ohio State was giving them this game. And Steve Sarkisian messed it up twice. They can make the playoffs with 3 losses if 2 came to Georgia. I agree with that. On first down, the handoff to Peoples running right, and a flag flies in late. And it's holding on Ohio State. That's only their 2nd penalty of the game. Their 2nd. So a great game played by Ohio State, especially defensively. A mismanaged game for Texas. But Texas plays in the SEC, and if they run the table in the SEC and get to the SEC championship, there's still a long way to go. They'll be fine. I think Texas will be fine. But in a showcase game like this, lots to be taken from it. Down to 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. It's 1st and 20 from the 10. And Ohio State is doing what they're supposed to do. They're taking all the clock. Low snap to Sam, the hand to Peoples, running right, and Peoples is tripped, grabbed, and finally dropped the yard. Okay, there we go. What the? Okay. Looks like Ohio State is going to shut out Texas. After all of the hype, all the pomp and circumstance, Texas spends a timeout with 4:15 left. Ohio State punched him right in the mouth and in the gut several times. I think I know what the problem is on my end. I'll talk about it later. .415 left, and Arch will get another shot as it is 4th down for Ohio State, and McGuire will punt for the 5th time today. I would like to show the game, and McGuire's punt is nearly blocked. Fair catch made at the 40-yard line. 4:10 to go. 14-0 Buckeyes. You know what I'd love to do? I would love to show the game while my call is going on, but there's no way I'd be able to do it. There's just no way. I would get struck down so fast it's not even funny. Now it died, said Dietz. All right, from the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Manning's only thrown for 72 yards in this ball game. And that pass is caught by Moore, but a flag before anything gets started. And timeout call by Ohio State. All right, 4:10 for the ball game. From the 40, 1st and 10. Manning out of the shotgun, takes a snap. He looks and he fires over the middle, and that pass is brought in. That pass was hauled in by Ryan Wingo, and under 4 minutes left, first down Longhorns from the Buckeye 32. Snap to Manning, looking to throw a pump to the sideline, caught out of bounds by Wisner. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. 28-yard completion to Wingo and a 5-yard pass to Manning. That sidearm pass is incomplete. That's one of the fundamental problems I see with Arch Manning. He's thrown a lot of passes sidearm today, unless I'm looking at that wrong. If I'm looking at that wrong, folks, please tell me. He's thrown a lot of sidearm passes. So Manning has crossed 100 yards finally. And now another flag. This game has gotten sloppy as the game has gone along. False start, Texas. So 2nd and 5 is now dropped to 2nd and 10. You can't throw Arch. You can't throw sidearm. Second and 10, 6th penalty against Texas. At least it's not like 8 or 9 penalties today. 3:35 left. Snap to Manning. Back to throw. Protection good. Stepping up into the pocket. And long one. And that pass is caught. Touchdown, Texas. Parker Livingstone brings it in. Let's confirm it. And feet secure, catch secure, all the way through the process. He's got it. Touchdown, Texas. Parker Livingstone with the reception. 3:28 left. And now it seems like we have a ball game. "32-yard touchdown pass from Arch Manning to Parker Livingstone. He's got it, secure in his left hand. Arm hit the ground. He's got it. Oh, yeah, he caught that all the way through. Foot down. He made the catch with his left hand. Looking at that all the way through, that's a catch. That's a touchdown. Oh, yeah, he caught that all the way through. Bam. Bam. Forearm hit the ground. Then he secured it with his left hand. He's got it. And Texas is all 3 timeouts. Or 2 timeouts. I beg your pardon. Livingstone caught it. That is a catch. That's a grab. That is an absolute grab. Touchdown, Texas. They're still looking at it. That should be a touchdown for the Longhorns. Touchdown. Confirmed. That's a touchdown. So Arch Manning does indeed throw his first touchdown pass of the season to Parker Livingstone. And we get an 8-point game with 3:28 left. Shipley for the extra point for Texas. And the Longhorns have shown some life finally. Snap is high, it's down, it's good, and it's a 7-point game. This is where we were in Dallas in January. 3:28 for the ball game. Buckeyes 14, Longhorns 7. That is indeed a catch. That was indeed a catch, and a great catch at that. While I'm thinking about it, I didn't think of this until just now, but since Texas scored, all right, ready to get back to business. I like to find a way to speed that up. Here's a left-footed kick, high and short, taken inside the 5. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll bring it out to the 25. 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes, and for the first time today, they've been challenged. They're refs. They overthink everything. Just look at the WNBA. Absolutely right. They're refs. They overthink everything. Just look at the NBA allowing LeBron James to live in the NBA. All right, let's see what happens here. 3:28 left in the ball game. It is Ohio State 14 and Texas 7. Ohio State has 1 timeout left. Texas has 2 timeouts left. If they get a quick stop, and I don't think they need to use timeout. Do they use timeouts here? We shall see. It's Donaldson in the backfield saying under center from the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. The handoff to Donaldson right there at the line of scrimmage with 3:20 remaining. And they're not going to use a timeout. More with the stop for Texas. 2nd down and 10. You're allowing Ohio State to run the clock. I think you should have exhausted a timeout there. 3 minutes left. 14-7. Buckeyes lead the Longhorns in this matchup of top 3. 2:55 remaining. Well, if you stop them and you don't use a timeout, you get the ball with, say, maybe 2 minutes left. Snap to Sand, looking to throw. Looking right, pressure on. They're trying to get to him. Sand escapes to his right, now throws, and it's incomplete. Looking for Christian, and that's a good thing for Texas with the incomplete pass because the clock now stops with 2:39 left. The Longhorns have outgained Ohio State in this ball game. Ohio State took an interception, turned it into a touchdown in what seemed like game, set, match, but a quick strike from Arch Manning has given the Longhorns a touchdown, and now they trail by only 7 with 2:39 left. 3rd and 10. Would not be surprised if they send the house. Ohio State 3 of 10 on 3rd downs this afternoon. Saying out of the shotgun. Here they come. Saying to throw, and then a pass is caught, and I'm wrestled out of bounds. They'll say roll the clock. Pass is caught by Downs, and it's 4th down. And not one of those plays saw Jeremiah Smith. Texas does stop the clock with 2:31 left, so now each team with 1 timeout left. Well, like you said, Victor, 3:28, a quick defensive stop or a turnover. And now Texas is going to get the ball back. It is 4th and 5. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it all year long. Beware of the fake. Nisbet back deep for Texas. With 2:33 left, they'll get the ball north of the 2-minute warning. A quick kick, and Nesbitt will let it go, and it's going to roll out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 for the Texas Longhorns at their own 15, 85 yards away from Hallelujah Land in a tie game. And it's going to depend on the execution of the Texas offense. Manning 15 of 25 or 137 yards, a touchdown and a pick. The Super Saiyan is 11 of 21 for 121 yards. And he's thrown a touchdown. Long way to go for Texas and a short time to get there. 2:26 left. Manning takes the shotgun snap, throws to the sideline, incomplete, looking for Wingo, too far over his head. 2nd and 10 with 2:21 left. The one thing you don't want to do is surrender the ball on 3 plays, because then Ohio State will force you to use your final timeout. Manning 15 of 26 for 137 yards, a touchdown and a pick. 2:21 left. Manning out of the shotgun. This time they'll work to the short side of the field. Manning back to throw out of the gun. This time long side of the field, and that is brought in. That is caught. 1st down, Texas. Andrews with the reception for the Texas Longhorns. Jack Andrews with the reception, a 30-yard gain. And we're down to the 2-minute warning. Texas down by 7. Sanchez providing the coverage and the stop for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Well, there's 2 minutes left. Texas has a timeout remaining, and Arch Manning has the ball in his hands. This can't be, can it? Man, alive. Well, we were waiting for a ball game, and we got it. We are at the 2-minute warning. It's Ohio State 14 and Texas 7. Texas had been shut out through 3 quarters, and it looked like they were going to get shut out for the entire ball game. But all of a sudden, after a short possession from Ohio State, Manning took his team down the field in 3 plays, stuck it in the end zone with a touchdown to Parker Livingstone. And now the Longhorns have it back at the 45-yard line with 2 minutes remaining. Hope you guys are enjoying this one as we're enjoying bringing it to you. LSU and Clemson later, and then Hawaii and Arizona to finish out the night. All right. I called a crazy game 2 weeks and going back. Yeah, that Indiana Fever Connecticut Sun game. And if y'all weren't here for that stream, I let my Indiana Fever have it. About there was no punch, there was no life, no nothing. I could repeat that same thing for the Texas Longhorns this afternoon. I could repeat that same speech, and now all of a sudden they are alive and kicking with 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. You heard me right. 2 minutes left, and Texas down only 7. Let's see if Arch Manning has a Heisman moment in him. He's going to have to take his team an extra 55 yards to get there. Manning hands it off to Wisner. Wisner gets to midfield. And you got plenty of time, so you can run the football and you can run plays in the middle of the field. Sick Dickey, I'm feeling great. Old Dominion and Indiana are tied at 7. Gain of 5 from midfield. Manning back to throw. Sidearm pass through the hands of the tight end. Injuries. 3rd and 5. This is 4-down territory for the Texas Longhorns. Texas coming down to their final 2 plays of the day with 1:38 remaining in the ball game. Ohio State 14, Texas 7, 102,000 plus on their feet at Ohio Stadium. 3rd and 5 with 1:38 left. Quintravion Wisner in the backfield to the right of Manning, who makes his adjustments. 5 on the play clock. And now Wisner jettisons the backfield. The snap to Manning. Pressure on. Sidearm pass. Tipped. Oh! Nearly brought in by Wingo. And now this is ball game for Texas because they have to go for it on 4th and 5. Down by 7. And again, another sidearm pass just wasn't there. And that, I think that's Arch's natural delivery, is to throw sidearm. I think that's Arch's natural delivery. Does he have a Heisman moment here with 94 seconds left? 4th down and 5. Texas 1 for 4 on 4th downs this afternoon. Manning out of the shotgun, claps his hands, takes the belt high, shotgun snap, blitz is on. He's able to get free, and it's complete, but it's short of the 1st down, and Ohio State will take over. How did Manning get that pass off? Reese provides the pressure, and Ohio State may have finally slammed the door. Oh, Manning and the Longhorns gave it their best shot, but they're going to go down to Ohio State. But it took until the final 1:27 and the final 4th down of the afternoon, and Texas will finish 1 for 5 on 4th downs. Each team only 1 timeout left. But Deeds said it earlier. This loss will not hurt Texas, especially given the way that they showed some life in the final quarter. You're playing in a hostile environment, but if you're Ohio State, you're getting ready to be the number 1 team in the nation. Hold on to it for as long as you can. And congrats to the champs. They played one great defensive ball game. All you got to do is kneel on it a couple of times. That's what Sand will do. He drops down to the 45-yard line. This is me applauding both teams, and I will say we'll see these 2 teams down the road. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in Dallas again. But the play of the game was the goal line stand by the Ohio State Buckeyes. Each team faced a 4th and goal. Ohio State converted. Texas did not, and that is the difference in the ball game this afternoon. So Texas will drop to 0-1. Well, Texas just spent their final timeout with 1:25 remaining in the ball game. To be the champs, you must unseat the champs. $1:25 left in the ball game. Final timeout taken by Texas. 2 more kneel downs, and this will do it. And Sand will run to his right and then fall down. Defense wins championships, and the defending champs play defense. 3 turnovers on downs. one of them at the goal line. You don't leave opportunity. If you're Texas, you learn from this and you don't leave opportunities on the field like they did today. One in each quarter. One more snap and this game's done. But what a job by Texas rallying to within 7. But the Ohio State defense stood tall this afternoon, and that's the game. The Ohio State Buckeyes, under first-time starter Julian Sayin, will defeat the Texas Longhorns in open defense of their national championship, winning today's spotlight game by a final of 14-7. Well, so much for my prediction of a shootout. Not. And again, it's defense that won it. It was defense that won it for Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl, and it was defense that won it this afternoon. Their first home win versus an AP number 1 since 1985 when they took down Chuck Long and the Iowa Hawkeyes in Ohio Stadium. That game was on CBS, and I remember it very, very well. And I don't think the fans are going to rush the field. The fans are in the stands. They are allowing the players to shake hands with each other. And Dietz, the fans did not rush the field. They're acting like the champs. And Texas, there's a lot you can take. There's a lot you can take from this, a lot that Ohio State can take from this. But what a ball game. Hope you all enjoyed it as we enjoy bringing it to you. Your final score today. The the defending undisputed national champion Ohio State Buckeyes 14 and the Texas Longhorns 7. How far will Texas slip? I don't think it'll be far, but we will see when the polls come out. Now, Dietz, I understand why you don't do polls until week 5 or 6 of the season. I got a break. I'm going to take a breather, and then I'll see y'all later tonight. Do I have the right screen up here? Yep, I do. And I found what I'm looking for. So long, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Snowman on the mic, no mistake, he elevates. Play by play.
The pitch. We're going to drive into deep center field. Miller back at the track, looking up. See you later! Go, Denny, go! 30, 20, 10, 5, good night, touchdown! Unbelievable!
Formation in motion, handoff McFerrin, running off right tackle, and McFerrin is loose! Goodbye, baby! 20, 10, 5, touchdown!
And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! Put it in the book, and that's a Spartan winner!
Vision, precision, lifting hope. Every word is the mission. Ambition with this queen by his side, no division. Just fusion.
Even with all the technical difficulties, the preseasons have been a presentation of Snowman Sportsnet, a division of Snowman Multimedia, celebrating 30 years of broadcast excellence. I'm going to take a nap, and I'll see y'all later for LSU Clemson. So long, everybody.